Beautiful people, how y'all doing? I come back for another dose of reality, my reality, my 2 cents. Uh, it's the end of the year already, which is really crazy. If you didn't pay attention, the end of this year just flew upon you. It seemed like not too long ago we were talking about Christmas and New Year's, and here we are again. So this year has been a wild ride for a lot of people. Uh, some headache, some heartache, some prosperity, a lot of fun. Mixed reviews. I myself enjoyed a lot of success, a lot of things got accomplished, a lot of reading got done, invested. So definitely hit quite a few of my objectives and milestones, and missed a few. Uh, the ones I missed took me a while to kind of figure out why, and the why behind it is that I fell off my routine, which usually happens. Uh, it's easy and hard to stay consistent with some things, but the reason why I fell off on certain things were it just wasn't fun anymore. It was monotonous. It was tough, and oftentimes when you are walking these roads alone, uh, these things happen. So if you working out, running a marathon, you got to be engaged. You got to be super engaged, in tune with your star player to accomplish these tasks, especially if you go that alone. Uh, the little one came charging in. So as I was saying, uh, my routine wasn't fun, so it became harder and harder to get it done, harder and harder to wake up, harder and harder to get to the gym, harder and harder to concentrate, harder and harder to read, just harder and harder to do uh, some of the things that got me to the position which I am at, and some of the things that is needed to advance me to the position that I'm trying to get to. So it just lost its fun. And the interruptions keep coming, which is, you know, which lends into what I'm saying. It's hard to maintain a routine, uh, one, when it's not fun, and two, when there are so many other distractions and responsibilities that you actually have. Uh, for me, as I was mentioning, the routine just came very hard to maintain because it wasn't fun. On days it wasn't fun, didn't necessarily have anyone to push, pull, and or motivate. So I just lay down. My body or my mind said sleep. I just slept. And half the time it wasn't because I'm tired, though I was ill and tired. Sometimes my mind just told my body's like, hey, why bother? And my body is like, hey man, you're right. Usually they fight it out. My body be like, yo, I'm tired. My mind will be like, hey, no, you're not. My mind will be like, I'm tired. And my body be like, hey, no, you're not. So when those times come, usually one would disagree with the other, and that would be enough to get me going. But once they started to agree with each other, all hell broke loose. And I just found myself just sitting around for days and weeks at a time with nothing getting done. Uh, Gain some weight. It's crazy, right? It's just a whole bunch of mess. But routines, uh, most successful people would tell you and explain to you uh, how regimented of a routine that they actually have. like they don't miss, like every second, every minute of the day is usually accounted for. Some people are that serious about their time and about their routine. And if you don't have a consistent routine, it's sometimes for folks, it's hard to measure what you've done, what you've gotten accomplished, because there is no log, there is no consistency, there's no checks and balances. Hey, I woke up in the morning, usually read the Bible. Right after that, I follow by the gym. Right after that, I go to work. Right after that, I do X, Y, Z. If you don't have that kind of a routine, sometimes when you're looking back at your day, you feel physically worn out, mentally worn out, but you can't really tell or show what you got accomplished. So a routine uh, is very very important, and you can just Google some, YouTube some of those very successful individuals, and they will tell you uh, what are some of the routine things that they do to have gotten them to the point uh, where they are. So fell off my routine. Once I fell off that routine, it was kind of hard to get back on, and now that I'm back on, it's game on again. Ready for 2021. But uh, much damage wasn't done, and I managed to accomplish quite a lot of things for this year. So definitely something I'll be looking for at next year, to make sure I'm able to maintain my routine and prepare for times when that routine becomes monotonous. I'll have a better plan to stay consistent, or be able to mix my routine up a little bit so it doesn't become to the point that I just don't want to do it anymore. To make sure that I have an even balance between work and fun. That leads me to that balance. On the average day, I'm up at 4, out by 4:30, and probably don't get back in till like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So there's very little room for other activities. And that's a 6 day a week type routine or job schedule, sometimes seven, depending on the cycle. So it's hard. There's not necessarily a balance between work and play. Yeah. So that led to that downpour as well. Looking forward to retirement. That should give me a different look at things, start something new, start working different hours, uh, be able to lead more of a balanced life, where I could actually spend some time with the family, get some personal things done, because right now work is just not affording me that opportunity without me overexerting and exhausting myself. So I definitely need to, you know, get that rest in when that time comes. Some people are able to sleep 4 or 5 hours a day consistently and be able to function. I can do it as well, but not for a prolonged period of time. And it's just unhealthy. It's not a healthy practice at all. Uh, what else have you? 21. I hope that you, shifting gears a bit, plant some seeds this year that you're nurturing through the early part of next year, and hopefully start reaping some benefits, because we also have to keep on that constant growth mindset, that we're always looking for growth. We're always planting new seeds, to establish longevity and have a legacy to kind of pass on, so that your footprints remain in the sand, and the things and people that you touch remember you, and your presence is felt and long lasting. Some people, that's not their gender, that's not their thing. They don't feel that they have any worth, or impact. Uh, but I hope you change your mindset and understand that everybody has something to offer, and that your presence should be felt, right, in a positive way. Negative thing happen as well, but you aim to spread that light in a positive way. Just a few things. Uh, One, I'm back. Two, uh, what's your routine to help others that struggle in that area as well? And what are some of the things that you were able to successfully do this year? And again, once you've identified your thing, uh, this year looks like next year, because you're already on that path. You're just moving forward. So some people that change their game up quite a few times, maybe that's just their thing. Maybe they haven't found their thing yet. But now that I believe that I have found my path, there isn't that much deviation from year to year. We could just scale things. We can just let certain things surprise us. But it's forward movement from this point on. So just looking forward to 2021. Deuces. It's going to be fun. Got you back. I know you got mines. Uh, those are my thoughts. That is my 2 cents. It is yours.